View types can be used to quickly apply graphic properties and view templates to new views, and they help keep your project organized. You can create view types for plan views, elevation views, section views, 3D views, schedules, legends, and drafting views. However, you cannot create view types for area plans or sheets. In Revit, views are system families, but we can create as many view types as we need for each system family. Let's start by taking a look at the view types we are familiar with. I'll open the Elevation 1A view under Elevations, Framing Elevation by double-clicking the view in the project browser. Once the view opens, I can expand the type selector to see the various view types that are already in the project. I will click Edit Type in the Properties palette to display the Type Properties dialog. If I expand the Type drop-down at the top, I can see the same view types. To create a new type, click the Duplicate button. Once I do, the Name dialog appears, and I will name this view type Brace Frame, and then click OK. Now the new view type is the current type in the dialog. I can then modify any parameters for the graphics. Under Identity Data, I'll click the button next to View Template Applied to New Views. This displays the Apply View Template dialog. Currently, Structural Framing Elevation is selected. I can use the Duplicate button in the bottom left of the Apply View Template dialog to duplicate and create a new view template for my brace frame elevations. I'll name it Brace Frame Elevation, and then I'll change the scale, and then change the detail level to medium. Click OK out of the dialogs. With the template selected, the New Views Are Dependent on Template field is available. If this option is selected, new views created using this view type will have the specified view template assigned to the view. In other words, future changes to the view template will be applied to views created using the view template. If the option is not selected, the properties from the view template will only be used to create the view. Future changes to the view template will not have any effect on the view later on. I'll click OK to close the dialog. I'll open up a floor plan view and start the Elevation tool to create an elevation view. Once I do, I can see in the Type selector that the view type I just created is available. I'll select the Brace Frame type and create an elevation by hovering over a grid line, and then clicking to place the elevation. I'll select the Modify tool to end the command. In the project browser, I can see a new branch called Elevations Brace Frame. I can also see the new section under this branch along with the Elevation 1-A. The view type for that elevation was changed when we created the new view type. I'll open the new elevation we just created and then open the type properties. As you can see, the elevation was created with the graphic parameters and view template we specified when creating the view type. I'll change the type to Framing Elevation. Now let's take a look at the view types for the structural plan views. If I select all three plan views with AM after their name, in the Type selector, I can see there is already an analytical model view type created. I will select it, and all three views move under the Structural Plans Analytical Model header in the project browser. Another common view type for plan views is coordination views. These are the views you would use to do most of your modeling in, so you can freely change the settings, such as turning on and off linked models, without affecting the views that are on the sheets that create your construction documents. Let's create this type. On the View ribbon in the Create panel, I'll use the Plan View Split button and choose Structural Plan. Here I can see my two types. And if I click Edit Type, I can then choose Duplicate and create my new type, Coordination Views. In the Coordination Views Type Properties, I will leave the Structural Framing Plan template to be applied to new views, but I will not select New Views Are Depending on Template because I want to be able to freely edit these views on an add-as-needed basis. And since no one will be seeing these views in the end product, they don't need to match. Click OK. Now I can create a coordination view for each level I already have in my model. Having multiple view type for plan views also allow you to create a view for each type upon level creation. I'll go to the North Elevation view. On the Structural ribbon, Datum panel, I'll choose Level. On the Options bar, I will choose Plan View Types and make sure all 3 of my plan view types are selected. Now I will draw a level above the roof. Once I do, you can see there is a level 5 plan view under each view type. Taking advantage of view templates and view types can significantly reduce the time you spend getting each view to display exactly the way you want it.